Welcome. Welcome dear students. In a Pharmaceutics 1 practical session, myself Darshana Sandeep Shinde, and in this session we learn about different experiments in a Pharmaceutics 1. Today's our session is associated with the experiment number 1, that is aim or title to know your pharmaceutics laboratory, that is it is also known as the industrial pharmacy. Periodic concepts are curriculum of the subject, basic mathematical concepts. Learning outcomes of today's session are to develop the intellectual skills, that is to understand the application of excipients, formulation, design and development. Then to develop the motor skill, ability in the calculations, weighing, compounding, evaluation and dispensing of formulation. Before starting experiment number 1, we have to understand some concepts associated with the pharmaceutics laboratory. That is the desire to make the medicine perhaps the greatest feature which distinguishes man from the animal. Initially, the drug existing in a nature was in a raw state like a root, bark, leaves to maintain the health of human being. Due to the development in the science and technology, different dosage forms were designed and consumed by the living being to maintain good health. That are the learning overview of the pharmaceutics. Then objectives of studying pharmaceutics 1, that is industrial laboratories, are to study the different types of the dosage form and their bioavailability in the different dosage forms, to development of improved dosage form with the greater bioavailability, improved stability, novel drug delivery system like implants, prodrugs, controlled drug delivery system, then nanoparticles which will be reduced frequency of the administration and having a good onset of action. Development of formulation using excellent and economic excipient, studying the techniques and unit processes used in the manufacturing of the dosage form like the size reduction, size separation, mixing, titration and extraction. Then studying problem faced in a manufacturing and method to rectify those problems. To identify the imperfections or defects in the marketed products and method to rectify defects. Example of its capping, lamination in the tablet, the phase separation in the emulsion, then pH change, precipitation, color change in the solution. These are some defects. To select the packing system, that is container, closure for the solution, strip packing for the tablet, aerosol packing, etc. Then labeling of the different dosage form according to the Drug and Cosmetic Acts. These are the objectives of studying pharmaceutics. Then we are studying the scope of learning pharmaceutics 1. First is a pharmacist is only expert in the drug. He is having legally granted responsibilities to handle the drug. It is his professional responsibility to know all about those drugs. The pharmacist is alone in that unique position is embracing complete drug expertise. Pharmaceutical industry, which by broad definition include the markers of the prescription, veterinary and proprietary drugs, cosmetic and toiletries, and offer many career opportunities in various above scientist disciplines. Then pharmaceutically trained scientists can serve in various industries in different capacities, research and development, pharmaceutical production, analytical research, quality control, assurance, scientific information, regulatory affairs, clinical testing, professional relation, sales, marketing and management and more. These are the scope of pharmaceutics. Then In a design of excipients, student will learn specific knowledge such as the concept, principle, procedure, labeling skill, then evaluation of various dosage form. In addition, students are also expected to make the efforts to develop and design desired intellectual and motor skill. Intellectual skills, first of all, we know what are the different intellectual skills. That is a requirement of label, concept of solubility, role of distributive agent, then principle of co-solvency, concept of saponification and micellar formation, concept of color change at a different pH using indicator, concept of complexation for the enhancement of solubility, concept of size reduction, concept of drug to solvent ratio, concept of extraction, organized and unorganized drug, then concept of reserve percolation, role of suspending or thickening agent, concept of unit and bulk dosage form, concept of uniformity of the weight, then concept of disintegrating test, then concept of dissolution test, concept of size separation by sieving, concept of sterilization and its techniques, concept of design of aseptic area, concept of aseptic techniques, and concept of encapsulation. These are all the intellectual skills. Then motor skill. Motor skills are the labeling of different dosage form, skill of measurement of volume, weighing, skill of filtration and clarification, skill for the calculation of alcohol by alligation method, adjustment of pH, skill for the distillation, skill for the maceration, skill for percolation, skill for soxylation, skill for the formulation of different emulsions, and then skill from the uniform mixing, then skill for the molding, skill for aiming, skill for calculating the amount of diluent, skill for the polishing the capsule, skill for performing the disintegration test, then skill for the performing the friability test, then skill for measuring the dimensions, skill for the granulation, skill for sieving, skill for autoclaving, skill for sealing the ampoules, skill for the performing leakage and clarity test, and skill for microscopic examination. All these are the motor skill we have to develop in the pharmaceutics 1 practicals, motor and intellectual skill. New concept associated with this experiment are, there are number of propositions. First proposition is laboratory experiment. Laboratory experiments are accepted to develop the intellectual skill, motor skill and attitude in the students. These are the laboratory experiments which develop the intellectual skill, motor skill and attitude, which give the development of lab and as well as student also. Then in a concept 2, that is the local thinking. Local thinking is because of the system approach, content analysis, then sequential planning, which lead to develop the logical thinking. These are the logical thinking development is also in the pharmaceutics 1 lab. Then preposition 3, that is dressing. Clean apron, laboratory coat, white-headed cover is necessary. Full mask and gloves are required during handling of the toxic and irritating drugs. Then next preposition is the dosage form. Suitable formulation for administration of the drug. Then in this we have to firstly study the types of the dosage forms. That is, every pharmacist should know all the types of the dosage form: solid, semi-solid, liquid, gaseous. Further, solid are divided into unit dosage form and bulk, and liquid is divided into monophasic dosage form and biphasic dosage forms. All this knowledge is associated with the pharmaceutics. Then preposition 5, that is associated with the balance. It is defined as an instrument for determining the relative weight of the substance. It should be selected correctly for the specific task at hand, used skillfully, protected from the damage, check periodically. By this we have knowledge about how to handle the balance. That is, in balance we studied the dispensing balance, analytical balance and digital balance. A list count of every balance is different from each other. Dispensing balance is a list count is 0.1 gram. Analytical balance is list count is 0.002 gram, and digital balance is a list count is 0.001 gram. Then preposition 6 is about the weighing procedure. Avoid direct contact with the drug and excipients. Weigh solid drugs and excipients only on the butter paper using spatula. Fold the edges of the butter paper to avoid the spoilage. Liquid measurement is done by using the properly clean dried pipette or measuring cylinder. Then preposition 7 is about the packaging. Packaging is an operation involved in the preparing article for the transport, storage, display and use. In all aspects of pharmaceutical packaging, it must be borne in mind that it is necessary to combine the commercial sale appeal with the appropriate professional restraint. Then preposition is associated with the containers, the device that hold the drug. It may be or may not be in a direct contact with the pharmaceutical preparations. Concept 8, that is types of container, in which we have to study well closed container, multiple dose container, tightly closed container, aerosol, light resistance container and single dose container. Then preposition 9 is associated with the storage. To ensure the stability of the pharmaceutical preparation for the period of its intended shelf life, the product must be stored under the proper storage condition. The labeling of each product includes the desired condition of storage. In that we have to study what is meant by cold. Cold is any temperature not exceeding 8 degrees Celsius and usually between 2 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. Cool. Cool means any temperature between 8 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. Then ambient room temperature is the temperature prevailing in a working area. It is known as the room temperature. Then warm temperature is any temperature between 30 degree to 40 degrees Celsius. Protection from the freezing. When in addition to the risk of the breakage of the container, freezing subjects a product that lost the strength or potency or destruction alteration of the dosage form, the container's label bears an appropriate instruction to protect the product from the freezing. Example of its creams, emulsions are not freezable. Then preposition 10, that is associated with the shelf life. Shelf life, expiration dating period, time interval that a drug product is expected to remain within the approved shelf life specification provide that it is stored under the condition defined on the label in the proposed container and closure. Shelf life is mainly defined as the time required for the 10% of the drug to be inactive. That is, patient will not get the prescribed or required dose of the active drug. Then preposition 11 is associated with the current good manufacturing practices, that is CGMP. CGMP are requirement that drug and the methods used in facilities or control in the manufacturing process, packaging, holding, then conform with this practice that will be assured that such drugs meet a requirement of the act so that to safety and have identity, strength, quality, purity, characteristics that they purport or represent to possess. If they do not, they are adulterated. GMP regulations were introduced in the form of the amended Schedule M in the 1988 and again have been amended in a major way by the Drug and Cosmetic Rule 2001. These are the apparatus, that is bulb pipette, then weighing balance are used in the pharmaceutics laboratory, then this is the autoclave, this is the mortar and pestle, these are the common apparatus used in the lab. Then the dispensing balance, and this is the electronic balance. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, then press the like button.